All right. So are you ready to take a deep dive?
Always.
Awesome. So today we're going to be exploring the legend of the Monkey King,
Okay.
Sun Wukong.
You're right.
And, you know, we're going to kind of peel back the layers on this story
You're right.
and find out how this mischievous monkey went from basically an ordinary monkey to this legendary warrior
Mm-hmm.
with these incredible skills.
Yeah.
But I think what we're really going to discover along the way is that this story is
Yeah.
not just, you know, a fun children's tale.
For sure.
It's way more than that. We're going to find that there's these really profound themes
Mm-hmm.
about learning, ambition, and even
Yeah.
the consequences of our actions woven throughout this story.
Absolutely. There's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, so let's get started. One of the things that I find so fascinating about Sun Wukong's journey is that it's not really about him just being this super strong or powerful
right.
monkey, right? Like it's not about brute strength.
Yeah.
It's really about this internal journey of self-discovery.
Exactly. And it's all driven by this deep desire to learn and grow. He starts out, he's the king of his monkey tribe.
Right. He's living the dream, right? Like
He's got it made.
yeah, he's got it all figured out.
Exactly. He's got respect, he's
Yeah.
got power, he's got, everything a monkey could want.
Right. So what more could there possibly be?
Well, that's the thing. Even with all of that, he still feels this sense of incompleteness.
Okay.
There's this yearning for something more, something bigger than himself. And that's where this idea of immortality comes in. He hears tales of beings who can live forever, who can transcend the limitations of a normal lifespan.
Right.
And that just sparks this insatiable desire within him.
It really makes you think about what motivates us as people. Right.
Absolutely.
Like, are we ever truly content? Or are we always striving,
Yeah.
for something more, seeking new knowledge, new experiences?
Yeah, I think it's something that's kind of ingrained in us, this
Yeah.
this desire to evolve and grow. And Sun Wukong's journey is kind of a mythical representation of that, right?
Totally. So this yearning for immortality,
Yep.
it sets him on this quest,
Yes.
right? To find a teacher, a master who
Aw.
can guide him, who can unlock those secrets.
It's a long and arduous journey.
Oh yeah. And he doesn't just, stumble upon this wise sage.
No. He faces challenges, he has setbacks.
I bet.
There are moments, I'm sure, where he thinks about giving up,
Right.
but this drive to learn,
Yeah.
this yearning for something more keeps him going.
So finally he does find his master, right?
He does. He finds the legendary patriarch, Subodhi.
Okay. Who is like
Mhm.
this incredible, wise, discerning.
Oh, the real deal.
Yeah.
This is the master of masters.
But even finding Subodhi isn't a guarantee, right?
Right.
Like he's not just handing out, immortality lessons.
No. Subodhi is very selective.
Okay.
He sees Sun Wukong's potential, definitely, but he also recognizes his mischievous nature.
That's interesting.
He's not quite ready yet.
Wow.
So Subodhi really puts him through the ringer, rigorous training, testing his limits, pushing him to the edge.
Oh wow.
And it's during this intense training that Sun Wukong really starts to shine.
Okay.
His talents just blossom. He masters these incredible skills like the 72 transformations.
72 transformation.
Yeah, which basically means he can shapeshift into almost anything.
Hold on, shapeshifting. So
Yeah.
like if he wanted to blend in, or
Exactly.
could just turn himself into, like a tree or another person or
Anything you can imagine. Animals, objects, you name it.
wow, that's pretty handy. I could use a little bit of shapeshifting myself sometimes.
It would certainly come in handy.
Right. Imagine like the line at the DMV, poof.
Yeah.
I'm out of there.
No more traffic jams.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, okay, so he learns to shapeshift. What else? What other kind of cool tricks does he pick up?
Well, he also masters this incredible technique called the cloud somersault,
Cloud somersaults.
Right.
Right.
which allows him to travel vast distances in an instant. Like, we're talking 108,000 li in a single leap.
108,000 lies. Now, I'm not really up on my ancient Chinese measurements. So,
That's a lot.
okay, so that's basically like teleportation, but way cooler.
Yeah, think of it like a supersonic leap across the sky.
That would definitely make my commute a lot easier.
Right.
I mean, forget cars, forget planes. I just need the cloud somersault.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
it really demonstrates the power of dedicated practice, like guided by a true master, what you can achieve is limitless.
Okay, so we've got shape-shifting, we've got super speed.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like Sun Wukong is kind of on top of the world at this point, right?
You would think so, right?
But then there's this whole issue of pride,
Ah, yes.
which kind of throws a wrench in the works, doesn't
It
it?
does. It's kind of a classic tale, right? Like,
Mhm.
even after achieving all this, even with all this wisdom and power, Sun Wukong can't resist showing off a little.
Yeah.
He lets his ego get the better of him.
Oh, wow.
And this need to prove himself, this lack of humility, it ultimately leads to his downfall.
Hmm. Interesting.
Subodhi sees this and realizes that, he hasn't truly learned the most important lesson.
Which is
Humility, self-control. That true mastery isn't just about the skills you possess, but about the character you cultivate.
wow.
So sadly, Subodhi is forced to expel him.
He kicks him out.
Yeah. It's a harsh lesson, but a necessary one.
I mean, that seems a little extreme, doesn't it? I mean, can't you get a warning or something?
Well, some might see it that way, but remember, in this story, Subodhi represents this ideal of a wise sage, right? Someone who understands that true mastery goes beyond just skills.
Okay.
It's about shaping who you are as a person.
I see. So it's like that old saying, pride comes before the fall.
Exactly.
Yeah, and Sun Wukong's story really it illustrates that that talent alone isn't enough.
Hmm.
You need effort, you need discipline, and maybe most importantly, you need to know yourself to really achieve lasting success.
I think that's a really important point. And if we kind of zoom out a little bit and look at the bigger picture, this story also reflects this deep-rooted value in Chinese culture, this emphasis on the teacher-student relationship.
Okay.
The respect, the humility, the understanding that true knowledge is passed down from generation to generation.
Right.
It's not something you just, pick up overnight.
It's a process.
It's a journey.
And it's about more than just, like book smarts.
Absolutely. It's about shaping your character, your morals, your values.
So if we apply this to, our own lives,
Right.
like what can we take away from Sun Wukong's journey? Are we so focused on, acquiring new skills, getting ahead,
Yeah.
achieving things
Yeah.
that we forget about, cultivating our character?
It's definitely something to think about.
It really is.
Yeah.
Are we using our talents responsibly? Are we striving for that balance between, ambition and humility? It's a lot to ponder.
A lot to ponder indeed.
Well, I think this has been a fantastic deep dive. Thank you so much for joining me.
It's been a pleasure.
And to our listeners, keep exploring, keep learning, and maybe try not to let your pride get the better of you, like Sun Wukong. Until next time.
Farewell.